And they don't give a...
Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. And for this video, we're going to be dealing with that situation that happened with this woman, so-called, right? And how she's complaining how the black woman doesn't get any protection from the black man. But when you dig into this woman's life and most of the average unlearned Israelite woman's lives, you see that they live a life that has earned them the lack of protection due to their harlotry and their promiscuity, being loose with the goose, right? So you're gonna see this woman, she get hit with a brick and then she want to cry where the men at. But in other clips you'll find her actually the fact that she believes that men ain't shit, so you gotta pick one, lady, what you want. All right, and I got other clips that are also gonna see, we're gonna show you how the so-called black woman has trained these young men to be effeminate and loose cannons. So what did she truly expect? All right, so let's let some of these videos play. We're gonna get the scriptures and we're gonna see why being a strong Israelite male, Negro, Latino, Native American, why it's such a great thing and the Heavenly Father ordains it, because without it our people are broken, right? So let's get it. It's your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. All right, so let's let her play.
You would grab the rock and hit me in my face because I would have given her my number. And all y'all just watch. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Yo, this man just hit me in my face.
And see, she's sitting there complaining she got hit, and at the same time she's talking shit to those men. So you can easily see how and why she might have got struck by a brick. All right, and I forget what she's not American born. She's she's either, I forget what part of I forget what I was seeing in the comments. I'm not sure if she's Ethiopian or if she's actually like Jamaican or one of them numbers, right? But you see how she's acting, how she's talking.
Done to anybody in my life to deserve this. I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
Now that's bullshit, because the scriptures tell us all of us is worthy of dying. Ain't nobody innocent.
In front of so many men, it was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and they're all just watching, and they let that get in the corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? I really don't understand. I'm just trying to take my friend out from 5 years ago. Literally spending my own money, not bothering nobody. What the kind of is this? I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And I'm literally why is this bossing up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these. They literally let this do all of this. They let really do all of that. I never thought it was gonna happen, yo. It's so whack. It's been 12 hours. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting discharged. I do have a concussion, so I gotta be slow for the week. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of job that's gonna give me that kind of grace. So, I still got a mother. I still gotta teach. I still gotta work. I really just want the best for everybody, and I don't know.
Oh, see, a second ago we was all niggas that ain't shit, and now you want the best for everybody. So you see what type of chameleon, hit dog holler type spirit she got on her. Niggas ain't shit, but now, I never did anything to deserve this. But when you dig into her life a little bit, what do you find? And I'm gonna get the scriptures in a minute, but what you gonna see, y'all, here, let's go back to this. Now, do you think, now granted, niggas out here are crazy. We understand that we live in the evil times, But do you think that if she was out, if she rather was in her house with her head covered, with her husband, father, or whatever male authority was in her household, being a loving mother, wife, and daughter, do you think she would have got hit in her brick with a head? No, but what was she doing? She was out, ass shaking, dressed lewdly, being a loudmouth, proud, strong, independent black woman. And a nigga wanted to check her temperature, wanted to see how loud and proud and strong and independent she was. And come to find out, she wasn't all that strong and independent, y'all. And that's what many women are starting to realize. They're not as strong and independent as they thought they were. And the reason why she was so easily struck with a brick is because that man didn't account her to be a feminine, ladylike lady. What did he see her as by way of her actions? Sirach 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefast will fear the Lord. All right, so a woman who understands to be shamefaced, meaning what? She is humble, head down, head covered, lightly spoken, avoids eye contact with men who are not her husband or her family members, gets out of the way. You see her before you hear her, rather than the opposite, which is hearing her before you see her, like most black women. So this man realized he was dealing with a thought harlot. You know, he said he asked for a number, and the same way that she berated those men, all right, we don't have 100% proof yet, but she very well could have berated him, as black women do, if you try to holler at them and they don't like you. You know, hey, I've been on both ends of the stick to where you... which, you know, I don't deal with black women anymore, but, you know, I've been on both ends of the stick, where you slide up on a sister and she feeling you and it's all good, or you slide up on one and she not, and she try to let the whole club know that she not feeling you, right? Try to embarrass you. Well, he didn't like that, and so he went to building his house with bricks. So let's dig into her life a little bit. Let's see if she's done anything worthy to get hit with a brick. Right here, y'all. Hey, it's amazing the things that you can find with a quick Google search with the internet. So let's hear her talk.
Happy Pride. I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman, because we are the inmate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody, and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl.
So you see how she talking, you know, you see how she built. I don't even care to let her finish talking.
And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives.
Yeah, see, I don't even care. We're going to get a couple more clips. But you see how she moving. She has no respect for men. She has no respect for male authority. It looks like she's a dyke. Here it is, the Lord blessed her with all that body, all that chest and backside, and she not using it to be a good, to be a loving woman, to fill the bones of her husband with joy, with her beauty. What does she use it to be? A nasty street hussy, a scuzz dealer, a scuzz duddler, right? So you see she has no respect for men. And so let's get some more. So you do some more digging, and what else do you find? And so you see she slapped that Edomite dude. Now, I don't know what the fuck that was about, you know, but she slid and slapped a white male, her daddy, because she's talking about how black women are providers. Well, who gives you the ability to provide? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Keep it real, keep it a buck. So she slapped Zaddy and went and shook her big stinky butt, right? And it's funny because this is a Jake who brought this out. He says, wait, this the chick y'all capping for, huh? He said, fuck out of here. And that's the spirit. The Lord put on the spirit of this man to go dig out and to reveal this harlot. All right, there's another clip. Where's that? There's another clip of her doing that. She did that to another Edomite, to an older guy, slapped him and went and shook her butt. Let me see. Wow, hey, this shit got 6 million views now, y'all. When I watched this earlier this morning, it was only at 1 million views. Okay, here it is, the second one.
This is for the fact that you're a white man and I'm a black woman. I have less privilege than you. Thank you.
Oh, feel bad.
So you see the type of spirit she's running around in, slapping dudes. And now, even though that's the Edomite, obviously, see, he knows that his people are running the show, so he doesn't mind getting slapped by a black woman. He's gonna go back to his $500,000 house later on that night. She's gonna go back to her $2,000 a month, 1-bedroom studio apartment, struggling somewhere, I believe in New York, with her mother living there too, as it sounded like she said earlier. So he saw, he gets off on that shit. He don't mind getting slapped by a stacked black woman. That don't do nothing to him. He likes that shit. But I'm just showing, I'm pulling this up to show you, you see the type of spirit she's moving in. And that's the spirit that most Negro, Latino, and Native American women move in today. Or I'll be more specific, that's the spirit that most Negro women move in modern society. Therefore, you're not worthy of protection. You act like a hoe, and you'll be treated like a hoe. And let's get some scriptures on that. Okay, this is a good one. There's another one I'm probably going to get out of Proverbs. This is Sirach 22, and we're not going to deal with 2. We're dealing at verse 3. Salakia. It says, an evil-nurtured man is the dishonor of his father that begot him. A foolish daughter is born to his loss. A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. She that is bold dishonoreth her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. All right. So a woman who has no tact, no morals, boastful, loud, shaking her body all out in the streets for everybody to see, is a dishonor to her father and her husband. And in this bitch's case, all the men she ever slept with, many husbands. So you see why she is not able to get protection, and most black women will not receive protection because they have done things that make them unworthy of protection by way of being a city harlot, pavement licking rat. So when a nigga picks up a brick, you got to defend yourself, shorty. You're not a comely, delicate woman who the father looks to protect. You're a demon. All right, and let's go back to the gram. So now let's look at the effect of see, now here it is. I'll play another clip. Now I'm gonna play this one clip. Now here it is, y'all. You know, they want that protection. They want to be treated like queens. Well, look at this one woman's reaction when she's called a queen.
Call women, black woman, queen.
So you want me to call you king?
You are queen.
Thank you.
I would address you as that. Only thing is, I want you to embrace your African hair. So maybe braid or an afro or something natural. You know?
Pineapples. You get on my nerves already. Pineapples. 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 Pineapples.
A few moments later.
Let's see. We got James. Hi, James.
Stand up to your people. You should be ashamed, and the African gods will cast you out. I am an African god on earth, and you will bow down to me. You listen to me. You sell out. You coon. You didn't pineapple that white man, but you pineapple me.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You're looking nice.
Thank you. Damn straight. Pineapple.
Hey, so you see, in which that Jake, you know, he was coming on a bit too hard, right? But he is a little bit, you know, he may have been a little bit bugged out, but you can tell he playing a little bit of a character. But he tried to come at her the way that they like to be, the way that they say they like, right, y'all? They say that they like being called queens and black goddesses, and when you treat her as such, she gave him the pineapple, which is, in this dating game, that means skip. So that's why he had to hop back on there and let her have it. And like he said, you wasn't doing all that for that old white man. And you can tell, from looking at her, you can tell she like Edomites. Look, she got her hair split, cocked over. She want to be a little Edomite. You know, it's not hard to tell what the fuck she like, you know, right? But that just goes to show you, y'all, us as men, we've tried to bend the knee to every request of the nigga woman, and it don't work. So now niggas is just letting these bitches be, and these bitches is out here getting their heads busted, and it's on them now. It's on them now. You wanted your strength, you wanted your independence, you wanted to be able to shake your butt, Well, now you have all those things. And so when death and destruction comes to you, you're going to have to eat it, because now no man is going to rise to defend you, because all of the decades, centuries, and millennia of you turning your back on the Israelite man, the wicked of our women, all right? Not speaking of the sisters who are going to receive salvation, all right? Y'all already know to be in order, so you shouldn't be getting offended, all right? Because this has been going on since before America. The judgment day is coming, so the Heavenly Father is finally about to allow the big payback, and we're seeing it live action. And y'all know I gotta go to that Isaiah, because see, Babylon has taught people to live in the mythical, fabricated world. See, in the real world, when shit goes down, who do you need to help you? A man, all right? And that Twitter comment board where that guy was exposing her, you know, he's going back and forth with everyone that's coming in there to argue with him. All the women that are saying, you know, oh, you a piece of shit. Oh, her point was right. Black men don't defend us. He's saying, look, y'all, as men, and this is something you, as a young male, you understand this innately. You know, the Lord puts it in your spirit, right? We understand that wherever we go, there is a minimal chance of violence involved. If you did not a minimal, there is a chance of violence involved if you disrespect another man or if you threaten a man. You understand that, hey, this shit could go to blows, or somebody might have to die. If I say something to this dude that pisses him off, or if I do something to him that pisses him off, either somebody is going to get hurt, knocked unconscious, or lose their life in this mug. Well, women have been taught to not have that sense of discernment anymore. So she probably, what do you call it? Denied his advances in a very disrespectful manner. And even if she didn't, she made the wrong choice of being out there at night as a woman anyway. So what you women, you're about to find out that there's repercussions for your actions, whether you're in the right or in the wrong. And men, we already understand this. That's why we don't be out here looking for smoke unless you're an idiot. All right. Or I'll say, you know, I'll use myself, you know, us brothers in this truth, right? You know, me, you know, being a martial artist, we don't go around looking for smoke, because where there's smoke, there's fire. And when you start something, it has to be finished. And not everybody out here plays fair. Some people got sticks on them. Some people got pokers on them. Some people got burners on them. And you women are about to be reminded of that. Since you don't have the defense and the hedge of your father, your husband, you're about to be reminded of that. Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, as a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, and I could get more out of this chapter, but I want to focus on this. It's being reminded that a man is the safety, is the pinnacle, is the prize, because you women truly are defenseless. And when white zaddy, the so-called white man, the Edomites, lets you get takes away your protection, that's when you're really going to realize it's over. Let me get this real quick, and we'll get the next part of it. The fact that you know, you're asking where are the men at to defend you. Well, let's look at how young black men are being raised under you so-called black women's rulership. All right, Sirach 26:22. And harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A wicked woman is given to a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So we're seeing that, hey, sweetheart, it looks like you're not a good woman. Otherwise, the Heavenly Father wouldn't have put you in that position in the first place. And that is as real as it gets. Your life is counted as spittle because you act like such. And any woman who lives that life, you shouldn't be surprised when crazy shit like that happens to you. If you were a good, godly woman of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not of the church of the world, right? The Heavenly Father wouldn't let things happen like that to you. Now, granted, we're all still down here in the flesh, so we go through sufferings, but you don't hear reports of sisters out here getting jumped by niggas, getting hit upside their head with bricks. Why? Because sisters shouldn't be out late at night without their man, shaking their ass somewhere with their sister, with their friends. That's how you get hit in the head with a brick by random niggas. All right, let's see how black men are out here acting under the guidance of the Israelite woman. Who do you think raised these little monsters? Huh? Who do you think raised these little monsters? Who do you think who do you think raised these monsters? Who encourages said behavior? Who gave them those guns? Who gave them white beater t-shirts so they can dress like thugs? Who do you think is controlling what they watch? Who do you think is controlling the food that goes into their mouth? And when these men come of age, do you think these will be the type of which this place don't have time, but do you think they'll grow up to respect black women and protect them with their life? No, they'll kill anything in front of them, including their mama if they need to. The very one that raised them. So you women, you're complaining about the type of man that you want, that lack, but you're raising these demons. And now here it is, 50 years of this has gone by, y'all, from the, okay, we'll say from the 70s up till now. Plus this has been 50 years after the civil rights era of the 60s. We've now been dealing with 50 some years of black culture, hood, thug culture, right? You women have raised the very men that you hate and despise. You love to fuck on them. Yeah, emotional niggas with no sense of wherewithal, but they know they love to fucking hump and get high. Though you love getting humped on by them, but they're not there to raise the kids. They don't know anything about finances. They don't know how to operate an Esau Edom system. They have no connection to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They have no sense of morality. So you shouldn't be surprised when these very same men take a brick to your head, or take a brick to one of your daughter's heads, or cousins or aunties or niece. Next clip.
Look at this video. These dudes, I think that's Sexy Red they talking about. Booty Hole Brown. What happened? And I blame myself. I blame my generation for ushering in this level of debauchery, this level of feminine energy in a football locker room. Sexy Red, dudes twerking. This is sick. This is sick. We owe these young men an apology for allowing this.
And he says something that he was right. His generation, because he got grays on him. He's probably between his 50s and his 60s, so he's about right. After the civil rights era, Jake went back to sleep. You know, Genesis 49, Judah crouched down, and after that we just started falling off. You know, hey, both the men and women did their part in the destruction of our own people. You know, the women took in welfare from the system, and the men, you know, went and disappeared and became worthless scumbags, right? And so now look at what we got all these decades later. And that's why I didn't play football. I played a little bit when I was younger, but I ain't playing high school, and I don't regret it, you know. Because this type of shit do be going on in there, man. Boy, look, y'all, I seen things in the locker room, boy. I wish I could have unseen. The Americans are disgusting, man. I'm talking about so-called heterosexual dudes be chasing each other around in the locker room butt naked, slapping each other on the butt, swinging their Johnsons around. Boy, I remember one of my first days in the locker room, high school locker room, men's locker room. I was like, oh, this got to be the gayest shit on earth. And this is like a year or two before I came into the truth. I was like, oh my God, man, this is some of the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life. And all these dudes were, you know, the top dudes of the schools, fucking the hoes, right? But these dudes they wasn't right in the head. But you see that this is the type of men that are produced of these women. So what has to happen, y'all? Both them, these young little demon niggas that are hitting them with bricks, and these women got to get destroyed. And who's gonna be left standing? Who's gonna be left standing? Not Psalms, Isaiah. Let's come back here. 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. What kind of man? A man of the Lord, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Is going to be the only men left standing at the end of all this. Alright, so hey, that's about it. Y'all see that bitch? She's a chameleon. She's trying to cry, but she's really a demon. You see the men that they have raised up. And so what's the only solution? Both of them gotta die. And who has to be left? The golden men of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the elect chosen men. Those are the only men that will be left. Alright, so that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwarash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all of Akim Aqua, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.